Welcome to The Good Side, a half hour of positive, feel-good stories that will leave you inspired, and they're told by a team of passionate journalists from local newsrooms all across the country. To open the door to opportunity, sometimes you've got to build that door yourself. Young adults with disabilities are laying down the framework for their future with a podcast pipeline. And from accessories to full fits and all of it free, this boutique is offering a safe space to express your personal style.
I want them to know that they're nobody's victim and they can accomplish anything.
Plus, we'll introduce you to a dog who gets a lot of attention when it goes out for walks. This high-tech pup is being developed as a problem solver of the future. The Good Side starts right now. Hey there, I'm Debra Alfarone. A young man with a disability didn't just find a job, he created one. And now his podcast is blazing a trail for other young adults just like him. I went behind the mic with this talented team to watch them soar.
It takes a village to put on this podcast.
Okay, go ahead, guys.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Meet your hosts.
Hello, this is Michael Simmons.
And this is Glenda Fu Smith.
But before
And
we
this
give you a
is-
behind-the-scenes look and listen at the So Kids Soar podcast, let's rewind.
Our mission is to empower youth with physical and developmental disabilities to strive, own, achieve, and realize their potential.
Glenda Fu Smith is So Kids Soar's executive director. The nonprofit began sports clinics for children with disabilities in 2009. As the children grew into young adults, So Kids Soar adapted and started a program to teach them job skills. Fast forward to today, and a podcast was born.
Can you tell us a bit about yourself, Patrick?
So my name is Patrick Green. I'm 27 years old.
Michael Simmons isn't just a co-host, he's a graduate of that vocational program. This podcast was all his idea.
I thought it sounded fun and also that it would be a nice way to improve in my storytelling and public speaking skills.
What is it about the podcast that you like so much, Michael?
Getting to hear more about the actual guests is also cool. And yeah, I guess like all the other work I've done for the podcast, like editing, animating, all of that's been fun so far. And so I've really enjoyed working on it.
If you have never lived this or never walked in these shoes, you don't really know what that's like.
Today's guests, graduate Patrick Green and his mom, Kendra.
Patrick went in there and he did an interview with them with absolutely no hesitation, and he came out with a huge smile on his face.
I was nervous at first, but once I did the mock interviews and for a real job, it didn't make it nervous at all. Like I was able to go in and then ace it, no problem.
People with disabilities face unemployment rates twice as high as others, according to federal data. A huge goal of So Kids Soar's vocational program is to close that gap.
Just seeing him believe in himself and also see it through to fruition. For us, it just makes us feel like we're doing something right in this world, and that, what we are doing is making progress and changes for these young adults. And above all else, now we are seeing this podcast as a new entrepreneurship program for us, something that hopefully Michael can really take ownership of it in the future, and it can be its own podcasting company solely employed by young adults with disabilities.
The hope is the podcast becomes a pipeline.
This doesn't need to be the only podcasting company for people with disabilities. I think it's really replicable, and hopefully it changes the narrative around disability employment in general.
And Glenda points out that sponsors fund the podcast. The Soaring High with So Kids Soar podcast is available on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. So a restaurant is only as good as the people who keep it running every day. In Whitesboro, Texas, 84-year-old Deanne Davis is at the helm of Catfish Haven. Now, the flavor she brings to every plate she prepares is loaded with love and decades of experience. The Good Side's Taylor Brooks gives us a peek at her secret recipe for happiness.
I wish I could see all the fish I fried.
Catfish Haven has been open for 4 decades. As years have gone by,
We cook here like old timers did.
not much has changed.
Oh, I'm happy when I'm cooking.
including the woman behind the fryer.
I do all of the prepping and the cooking.
At 84 years old, Deanne Davis is still battering, breading, and frying her family recipes.
I'll never retire.
Even a fire couldn't keep her out of the kitchen for long.
In 95, it burned nearly to the ground. And I said, well, either I quit or I rebuild. And I said, I'm not ready to quit.
More than a cook, she is me mom to most, and family
To all of them, we do a lot of hugging and a lot of crying sometimes.
taking her life's work and blessing others.
I fed little babies, little children that mama would come and say, I don't have no supper for them tonight.
Because when you truly love what you do,
It's not work, it's fun. I want to get up and put on this green shirt.
serving up hot and ready meals with love since 1983.
Haley, order up.
Where do I order? So there's something special on the menu every day at a school in South Carolina. It is not in the cafeteria, though. It is in the classroom. Students filling their hearts with affirmations led by their teacher. The Good Side's Lauren Korn shows us why this teacher says she is simply paying it forward.
Everybody paying attention? Are we awake? Yes. All right, put our hands down. I love being a teacher. I love coming in here every day and just being able to make a difference. I love that. Great job. Everybody give a round of applause.
Caitlin Bernacki radiates positivity.
Yep. And kiss your brain.
Teaching beyond the basics at Palmetto Academy of Learning and Success.
Very good job. It's amazing. I definitely have seen a change, especially as the years go on. I feel like I'm getting more confident in teaching it. I'm going to have a great day.
The second grade teacher helps her kiddos start the day strong and smiling,
All right, give me one more.
reciting daily affirmations,
I am capable.
taking a page out of her own high school teacher's textbook.
She was like, this is going to be your quiz, but you can do this. Everybody repeat after me, say, I can do this. And from then on, I was like, affirmations work. What is an affirmation?
It's something you say to create a positive mindset.
The simple yet impactful habit also inspired Caitlin to write a book called Have the Best Day Ever.
Oh, there's one that says, I am wonderful.
That's filled with affirmations and colorful pictures from her very first class 4 years ago.
That's how I start off the year. I read that book, introduce what affirmations are, introduce how to use them, why they work.
We put her class to the test with a rapid-fire quiz on affirmations, and they crushed it.
What is an affirmation?
It's something you say to help create a positive mindset.
And why are they important?
Because it helps us ourselves. It makes you feel happier.
What's your favorite affirmation?
I can be the best me. I am creative. I am smart. I am sweet. I am smart. I am loved. I am strong. I am capable. I am funny. I'm so proud of you.
Some just needing a little extra support.
I am smart.
I am strong.
My favorite affirmation is, I am a good teacher.
Caitlin also wanted to share her daily dose of confidence outside the classroom and started recording videos of herself on TikTok, many of them going viral.
Those videos mean so much to me, and those are the videos that I want to be known for, like making a difference, helping these kids be better people.
I am smart.
And she's doing that already.
That's a good one. I can do this.
Showing her class how just a few words each morning can build confidence that lasts.
Have a great day.
Always remember, you are smart, you are kind, you are capable of hard things, and you can make a difference.
Aw, and I am happy about watching that story. Incredible. Next on The Good Side, an engineering class turns into a jam session.
You can feel it, even if you can't hear the vibrations, the energy that comes from it. It is just so powerful.
You'll see how a teacher's creativity really struck a chord with his middle school students. You are watching The Good Side. We'll be right back. Welcome back to The Good Side. Teachers know they're onto something if their students truly think they're cool, right? Well, at a middle school in Indiana, an engineering teacher found a way to engage his students with just a few notes. And as The Good Side's Amr Abbas shows us, these aren't the kind that you have to jot down.
The instruments that are making this music were not purchased in a store. These instruments were built by students.
We've been
building guitars. They're 3-string guitars, and it's really fun.
We are putting the whole thing together, and we're making it all by scratch.
The idea came from Memorial Park Middle School teacher, Mr. Reagan.
I was trying to find a way to draw the arts into what we're doing.
Mr. Reagan is an engineering teacher and was looking for a way to keep his students engaged.
The whole reason when kids get disengaged, they're disengaged because they don't know what's going on, and they don't know why they need to know this.
But kids know music.
Like, you just put your finger down.
My favorite thing about music is probably just the way it sounds.
Now they build those sounds, starting with raw materials.
We make the fretboard out of wood, and we just saw, and then we hammer in the frets.
It takes many weeks, but the results are dazzling. Guitars and violins, all built by middle school students.
We definitely get to interact more. We also get to build things and actually be like doing things and like creating something rather than just answering questions.
Mr. Reagan is a really cool teacher because he allows us to make and do things that we would not normally do in another class.
The experience has left this Fort Wayne Community Schools teacher emotional.
It's like music touches you inside. You can feel it, even if you can't hear the vibrations, the energy that comes from it. It is just so powerful.
A power now being passed to his students.
There's a lot of sadness in this world. If you can sit and listen to some music that brings you some joy, that is the best thing in the world. I love my music. These kids love their music, and to see them enjoy it really puts it over the top.
Incredible. They don't just play it, they make the instruments too. Well, from the power of music to the power of a place where you can just be yourself. At a clothing boutique in Las Vegas, shoppers find everything they need to build those perfect outfits, ones that reflect who they truly are. And it's all free. The Good Side's Victoria Saha takes us into Nikki's closet.
This man is really awesome. He donated all his old clubbing clothes from Australia.
Tori Robbins manages Nikki's closet at the center. What is some of the reaction and demeanor that you see from those who may come into this closet for the very first time and not know where to start?
Jaw-dropping. Most of my newer clients, they come in and they're shocked because they're like, oh my God, there's so much stuff in their thing. So it's usually when they come in, they're just overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed, but never disappointed. From wigs to shoes to nail polish to clothing, this closet has it all.
Sometimes like they're a little scared or nervous to like get clothes that they want to get, you know, somewhere else. But here it's like, you don't have to really worry about anything. I make sure to make this a safe, comfortable space for everybody.
Robbins has been a familiar face with the center for a while. She started to come when she was 13.
I was being really like horribly bullied at school. It was just like, wow, like I'm in a space where I can just be myself and people are kind.
And finding clothing didn't come easy for her.
The clothes I already had, I had holes in my clothes. I got picked on, I got teased.
This dressing room is a game changer for those who come into Nikki's closet because for many, they come in here and this space is the first time they get to ever wear clothing that's affirming to them.
Every person that steps through that door, I want them to know that they're nobody's victim and they can accomplish anything.
It's a beautiful mission. Well, next on The Good Side, care packages filled to the brim with love. They're packed by a mom who knows what life in the NICU is like. And these days, her baby girl is thriving, and she wants every family to have that same comfort that carried her through the tough times. You're watching The Good Side. We'll be right back. Welcome back to The Good Side. You know, comfort comes in many forms. A mom in Georgia packs baskets with essentials for families in the NICU. Our Brianna Shaw tells us why every package comes with something that will always stay with those parents.
Everybody else's world was turning, but ours was just standing still.
Allie Price gave birth to her daughter months ago. Lydia was born one day early, but with life-threatening complications.
We ended up having to have her in the NICU for a brain injury, and she was septic, had to be on therapeutic hypothermia.
She spent 8 days in the NICU. For the first 4 days, Price and her husband Stewart couldn't even touch her.
Initially, obviously shocking and very devastating because we were so hopeful for this healthy baby girl.
Price says she wouldn't have made it through without family and friends bringing her comfort items and support.
There was toiletry items, just little things to make me feel like a person. It helped keep me, you know, half sane through it all. And I met other people who didn't have that same family support, friend support. Their spouses had to go back to work and they were stuck, you know, by themselves.
Now that Lydia is home healthy, Price is giving back. Price launched Love from Lydia, a project to provide blessing baskets to NICU families filled with the same kind of essentials that got her through.
There's deodorant, there's chapstick. If anything, somebody who will receive this will be like, oh man, this really made my day. This is gonna help me get through this really tough time. That was another thing too I wanted to make sure was there were all the snacks, nuts, also, you know, fun snacks.
For Price, it's about using that hard season to help others through theirs.
It is a journey that not everybody realizes they're gonna walk, and why wouldn't I not wanna be there for other people? B is for believing. Things will be okay in the end.
And she knows that journey so well. Later on The Good Side, talk about a deep conversation. We mean deep underwater, of course. Divers are making a splash as they chat with zoo visitors thanks to some cool new equipment. You're watching The Good Side. We'll be right back. Welcome back to The Good Side. Seeing a dog walk by isn't an unusual sight for most, right guys? You might stop, give a few little scritches, or offer a treat, but one dog on a university campus, he does not need any of those things. The Good Side's Kim Leadhome hits the pavement with a high-tech pup that'll grab your attention.
It's hilarious to watch people's reactions to it.
There's no soft fur or wagging tail on UW Eau Claire's new pet.
It can walk upstairs, walk backwards. It can do like shake, handstands. It's very like performative.
But its skills mirror the most talented animals.
Learning the controls has been very fun, and then I've also been looking into like what other stuff you can do with it, because the whole point of this model of this dog is to be able to program it to do anything and everything.
It could be used to help somebody maybe who has like a disability or someone who is an elderly person who needs help.
UW Eau Claire's robotic dog is a part of the new assistive systems and robotic engineering major.
Most of the robots that we bought have built-in systems where a student from day one on campus can just start playing with the robotics. But all of them are able to be opened up and we can actually control them and change them. So as the students gain more math skills, more programming skills, more reasoning skills, they'll then be able to start manipulating the hardware of the robot in various ways.
Programming and reasoning skills that are meant to help anyone in the future.
The way our world looks today is going to be very different from 10 years from now. We need scientists, we need engineers to develop these technologies to assist us.
My favorite thing that the robot dog is supposed to be able to help with is helping autistic children with like socialization. And then also anyone who's bedridden or can't do certain tasks. It has like a robot arm, and hopefully we'll make some other attachments to help them with any of their needs.
So while it may not play ball or fetch, UW Eau Claire's new robot dog will be shedding light, not fur, into the future.
Okay, I know that dog does revolutionary things, but I just want to give it a hug, you know? Well, from robot dogs to divers making a splash, brand new state-of-the-art equipment is helping people who visit the Oregon Zoo. Chat in real time with divers inside underwater exhibits. This is so cool. The Good Side's Bonnie Silkman stopped by to chat.
Welcome to the Oregon Zoo.
Here at the zoo, water is central to life. A habitat and a playground.
Everything we're looking at here is native to the Northwest.
And to keep these underwater worlds clean,
our team is operating dives every day.
These guys are diving in.
Two divers will either be cleaning glass, they could be vacuuming, cleaning the walls of some of the algae.
Micah Reese is the Oregon Zoo's dive safety officer.
I grew up in South Central Alabama, kind of landlocked and nowhere nowhere to really scuba dive.
This is a hard wire to the surface.
But now he's found his own ocean in Portland. And today he's suiting up alongside David Steinberg.
We are about to get wet.
One of the zoo's many longtime dive volunteers. Ready for the cold water, the pair drops in to the kelp forest habitat, packed with fish from the Pacific Northwest.
This is a 16,000 gallon tank. The depth of it is about 23 feet. You'll be doing your work, and then if you look to your right, you will have a rockfish usually staring at you or observing you and watching. They're very curious. They're much like cats.
And today, we're all tuning in as the divers test out a brand new way to talk with visitors from underwater.
David, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Thanks to a generous donation from David,
This is the first interpretive dive where I can talk to the public.
the zoo now has a communication system that lets divers speak with guests,
Hi. Hi there.
turning silent observation
What's that orange fish?
into conversation.
The orange one is a rockfish.
How many fish in there?
30 or more. I had an idea about utilizing underwater communication systems, and that really super excited me for the ability to talk to the public like we're doing now.
Hi.
Hi there. What's your name?
David.
Hi, David. I am David too.
And we can educate them and hopefully inspire the next generation of scuba divers and conservationists.
We watch kids wave with wide-eyed wonder while mom settles the score in a silent game of rock, paper, scissors.
How many dives have you done?
This is my 501 dive. I get to go in the water basically every week. You don't know which tank you're going to be in until you get here.
Even Nora the polar bear is intrigued.
She's really into dive equipment, so anytime we have dive equipment, she's like ready to it looks like she's ready to go diving with us.
From deep dives to underwater chats,
We're heading up, Bonnie.
this team cares for the creatures behind the glass, helping to share their world with ours.
This is David and Micah signing off.
I just love seeing the world through those kids' eyes. Well, that is it for us. I hope you smiled this half hour. The Good Side, real stories that inspire, uplift, and remind us, even in these tough times, there's always another side. It's the good side. See you back here next week. Have a great day.